I think one of the most interesting things about neuroscience is just really learning why people do what they do and how they learn those behaviors and how we can genuinely rewire our brains. But what even makes it more interesting for me is the fact that we don't talk about neuroscience enough in courtroom settings. So specifically with forensic psychology, I think it should be a requirement in our curriculum to learn about neuroscience, and we don't all that often. The class that I'm in right now, we talked about it a little bit a couple days ago, but we don't actually get into the meat and potatoes of neuroscience. And when you think about it, it's kind of like, why? Because it's quite literally the existence of why we do what we do for each individual who commits a crime. And yes, we can get into criminology and get in more into the sociology of why people do what they do in criminal settings. But when you think about it on a even smaller scale, down to the brain, of thinking about the neurons and how this is connected to this, and this is why this part of the brain does this, and the prefrontal cortex and the amygdala and all this information that I feel is so extremely pertinent for people to understand and know. I'm just very interested in it, and which is exactly why I've been taking some neuroscience classes at Harvard, the free versions to get the certificate, like I told you guys not too long ago. But it's just a food for thought that I think that we should have neuroscience built into forensic psychology programs because it only makes sense. And it's interesting how we can genuinely learn where something comes from, how we can rewire the brain in different ways. And I don't want to say everyone's a lost cause, and some people might be because they choose to be a lost cause. They choose to not understand themselves. And like how people say for manifestation and the law of attraction and for neuroscience in general, if you believe that you suck at something, you're right. If you believe that you're the best at something, you're right. No matter what, your brain is going to formulate what you believe in yourself. And to me, that is just so interesting. Like, how can someone not be interested by that? I love analyzing myself. I love analyzing others around me, especially when it comes to forensic psychology. I haven't been able to do it a lot in my studies, but I do it on my own time. And it's like, why are we not talking about it more? This is interesting. And we can actually get to the point where if someone commits a crime and you're looking at it and you're like, okay, these are the behaviors, this is the mental health diagnosis if they have one, but then let's also look at the neuroscience aspect of it. And I feel like we do a little bit. My professor was talking about how it is important as a forensic psychologist, if you are studied in it or well versed in it, to talk about it a little bit in court. But I feel like not enough people are educated in it, myself included. I'm doing off the record stuff because we don't learn about it in my program. And I just feel like we're dropping the ball a little bit with that, because you can't just look at a person and, well, you can look at a person and be like, they have this diagnosis, this is how it affected blah, blah, blah. That's obviously how forensic psychology is. But when you take it a step further and get down to their brain specifically and how it's wired, why wouldn't we want to interpret that to the court? I don't know, it's just a food for thought. What do you guys think?